I do have a trivia question for Brad, though, and
Uh-oh.
you had a birthday recently, and I'm not saying the
no.
number. I don't think there was ever an unlimited hydroplane with your current number.
A U-40, Miss Bardall. Well, we got a U-40 right here.
Well, that's wrong.
That's not it.
It is. I don't.
Jean, you're laughing. You're not buying this.
I don't.
You're not buying this at all.
I don't think there ever was one. Now, last year there was.
Well, there was a 70 and oops, wait a minute. There was an Atlas Van Lines and an Atlas Van Lines 2. How about we wait, we have an answer? Here, we have an answer.
Atlas had a 71 and 72.
But weren't
No,
no,
U70
that
and
was
U71.
70 and 71. That's where I thought, no, wait. We have one problem. The stat man is listening. And he just said, I'm on it.
I just think he took a whole bottle of Excedrin. He's having a hard time figuring this one out.
Well, Sharky's down there with his book, too, so the entire place is going to know how old I am in about 5 minutes. So, Jean, we need to start talking about this heat in a hurry here, dude. I'm about to be in.
Hey, but you got a wonderful birthday gift this year.
I did. That Hinkle's hamburger hat is something everybody can be proud of here in town. I made the Facebook page, the whole thing. I tell you what, this happens every once in a while that my wife and I, with back-to-back birthdays, we end up with birthdays here in Madison. This is a great place to have your birthday. Everybody is so friendly, and they find out it's your birthday, and God, I didn't buy lunch. I don't have to buy coffee in the morning. It's great.
Well, real quick, back to business before I hand the headset off to Jean Theoret. Everyone cleared tech and H1 Unlimited Heat 1, and
that's correct.
It was 9, 1, 91, and 40 in that order. Jean, people are tired of hearing me on the World Wide Web. They want to hear an expert.
Thank you very much, Jeff Ayler.
Thank you, Jeff.
Here we go. I think we have an answer. Do we have an answer? Oh, brother. Say that again.
Let's face it. 72.
In 1956, Jeff Ayler, 1956, let's face it. I'll let you go figure out the number. John Bridge and Ron Weber were the drivers. The boat was U-72. Okay, that cat's out of the bag. I don't know if I should thank you or slap you, stat man. Well, John, so much for that secret.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, we're inside 5 to the 5 here. I just saw somebody's thumb go up in front of our live stream there. Can we throw it down to Erica? Let's do it. Erica, I understand you have some insight on the U9, the Beacon Plumbing.
Yes, thanks so much, Brad. We haven't necessarily seen the Corey Peabody we expected this season thus far until he won here in Madison, where he and the U9 came alive. It's no secret it's been a struggle for him until that point, as things haven't gone in his favor. And I asked him how he mentally resets after drives that don't meet his expectations, and he said simply, you have to have short-term memory. Forget, move on, what's done is done, and focus on things in your control as a driver. And he did just that in Heat 1. He said he and the team have been grinding, and it feels so good to get the U9 back to the front where so many of us expected him given such dominance last season. Can he repeat that effort here in Heat 2, guys?
Thank you, Erica, very, very much. Jean, I don't know how much of that you picked up, but Erica was down there talking with the team and with Corey and just discussing what happens on a race course, whether it's good or bad. You got to forget about it because you've got another heat to run.
Yeah, I heard short-term memory. Well, that's all I heard.
I mean, is that something we suffer from, or was that?
Maybe it's the drivers. I don't know.
It's the driver. We're having some fun here, obviously, but it's going to get real serious here in 7 minutes and 12 seconds because that's the time on the clock for our H1 Unlimited Heat 2 here at the Madison Regatta. Unlimited Heat 2 is sponsored by the Rivertown Bar and Grill. Jean Theoret and I are going to do our best to bring all the action to you in this one. It's a 4-boat heat. John, we got the 1, the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly, the 40, Bucket List Racing and Dustin Eccles. Corey Peabody's going to handle the U9, Beacon Plumbing, that you're looking at on the screen. And then the U11, the Miss Mercury's Coffee and Jamie Nielsen. No Andrew Tate in this one, so this is his turn to sit one out. There's the Mercury's Coffee. What do you think about that lineup?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Jamie's going to do. Is he going to go for that lane 1 or not? I know he's very good at it, so. But like we said before, is lane 1 the good one?
That's right. I was just going to come back to you on that because we saw Corey be able to successfully drive around his teammate there, J. Michael Kelly, who dove into the inside lane in our first heat. We'll see how it plays out here. Our starting procedure worked very well last time out. And J. Michael Kelly was the one who was able to win that. If that's indeed what he wanted, was that inside lane, he got it. But he could not hold off his teammate Corey Peabody. Corey would like nothing better than to head into Saturday night with 800 points
with 2 wins,
and a couple of wins under his belt.
But I'm sure JMK is going to play to try and ruin that game also.
Yep. And Bucket List Racing, Dustin Eccles, they had the 4th place finish there in the first heat. I'm sure they'd like to score a few more points.
Yeah.
Maybe get a 2nd or a 3rd at least. But we know the boat's quick. If he gets a jump on you, you can have your hands full driving around that bright orange hydroplane too.
If you get lane 2 and get a good start there, that could be interesting.
Yep. So looking at the clock, 5 minutes and 25 seconds now. So we'll have boats on the water here very quickly. And again, as we talk, John, you look at the boats on the dock, you see a crew member with their hands on each one.
Absolutely.
Each boat has a crew member with their hand on the fairing. That is a rule. They have to stay there for another 10 seconds. The noses of our H1 Unlimited hydroplanes are pointed out toward the center of the Ohio River. Mark, 5 minutes. Turn them loose, and here they come. And there you go. Scott and Shannon Rainey's U11, Mercury's Coffee. Looks like he's the first away from the dock, and we'll head down to the bottom end of the race course. Always a great sight here in Madison, Indiana. Look at that. Beautiful shot there. 1, 2, 3, 4 boats. All come out.
Look at the bucket list.
Yes.
Look at him go. I think, oh, geez.
Whoa.
Wow. Whoa, JMK swallowed some water there.
He certainly did, and so did Corey.
Yeah.
Holy cow, he came out with a vengeance.
Yes.
He did not want to trail everybody down to that lower corner, and he sent a message, I'm here to race in this one.
I think he wants lane 1.
There was a clue. Wow. So, coming up on 4 minutes, and after that maneuver coming away from the dock, it is Dustin Eccles. First up the backstretch, got Jamie Nielsen right behind him in that right side rear view mirror. Then the 2 strong boats. Corey's next, the white one, the red one, JMK. 1, 2, 3, 4 up the backstretch, just inside 4 minutes, y'all. Up underneath the Milton-Madison Bridge. The boats will go all the way around the race course, and then we'll see if we see somebody cut. We saw JMK come down the front straightaway after 1 lap in that first heat, and he cut right here in front of us and was able to snare lane 1 with that maneuver. As we've talked, everybody's trying to figure out this new start procedure.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what Dustin's going to do.
Yeah, we'll see what Dustin has up his sleeve. Will he cut when he comes down here? Jamie's going to pull up alongside of him here at the 3:15 mark.
Corey's inside on that lane back.
These guys looks like they're going to go all the way down.
Yep.
And they are. How about Corey? How about Mike?
Yep. Corey.
There goes
Corey's
Mike. Mike's going to go, and Mike's going to go inside him. How about that?
Yeah.
There we go. So just like that, Corey went from being on the inside of Mike to being just outside of him.
Yep.
This was the same maneuver Mike did in the first heat, and he got lane 1 with it.
Yeah.
And Corey sat in 2. Right now, that's where they are. Now it's Dustin in 3 coming up the backstretch, but we have not scored up yet. The boats will have to be behind the start-finish line at 1:30.
We
Still a
have
lot can happen.
Yeah, over a minute to burn.
Yep. So you got a couple of boats way up front. You got a couple of boats following them. A lot still to decide here in the race before the race. It is H1 Unlimited Heat 2. It is sponsored by Rivertown Bar and Grill. And everybody is standing and watching for this one. It is our second H1 Unlimited Heat at the 2024 Madison Regatta and the Indiana Governor's Cup. Now our boats, John, are starting to bunch up there a little bit.
Yeah.
And now If J. Michael Kelly wants lane 1, he's going to have to defend it here a little bit.
Yep.
Looking at the clock, we're inside 2 minutes. We're at 1:54. Cannot cross start finish until 1:30.
They're all together.
Boy, they are indeed all together. Great shot there. All 4 boats are very, very close. Look at Jamie's on the outside. He's got, boy, it's getting tight in there, too. There's not a lot of space between them. We are 35 seconds.
Jamie's going.
Yep, here comes Jamie. Boy, it looked legal to me. We will get it officially here, but that's about as close as we've been on a score-up buoy so far this year. Everybody going down to the lower end, still carrying a lot of speed. Mike still on that inside lane. Dustin holding back a bit in lane 3. Nothing's changed so far, just waiting to see if everybody's legal.
I think it's all going to be the same. JMK lane 1, Peabody lane 2.
Here comes Dustin, but I don't think he's going to be able to scoot up there far enough. He'd have to have 5 boat lengths to move over on anybody. Still waiting to hear anything from the officials or officially. Haven't got it yet. Up underneath the Milton Madison Bridge. Inside 50 seconds. Inside 50 seconds. Kelly is in 1. Corey Peabody is in 2. It's Dustin Eccles in 3. We talked about Jamie maybe getting on an inside lane. He's going to be on the far outside, John. 30 seconds, top end of the race course. They are early up at the top end, but they can scruff off some speed there. The lanes they are in now are the ones they're going to have to race in.
Jamie's laying back a bit.
Jamie is going to be back a little bit. The others are slow. See if maybe Jamie Nielsen doesn't bring a little bit more boat speed to the line. They approach the bridge, and we think that's about 12 seconds, and we think that's pretty good. And they've all lit it up. Yep. This is what we wanted to see, was 4 boats side by side by side.
Look at JMK.
We are 2-1. Mark, I think we're legal on that, but we'll let the officials call it. It was a beauty. JMK was right on the line and got the jump at the field on the inside lane. Now down to the bottom end of the race course, turn 1. It is J. Michael Kelly coming out about 2 or 3 boat lengths on the lead. Dustin Eccles is in 3rd with Corey Peabody in 2nd. It is a legal start. The start is legal. Up the backstretch, J. Michael Kelly. Beacon Electric, the U1. Look at the race for 3rd place up the backstretch. It's dead even between Dustin Eccles and Jamie Nielsen, but it's the strong boats out front. JMK trying to hold off Corey Peabody. This looks a lot like the first heat, John.
Yeah, but JMK got a better start, so he's in front of Corey right now.
Yeah, he can dictate that upper corner up there as he comes off the top, slides out to about lane 2 or 3.
Yeah, exactly. So
J. Michael Kelly. Going to come down hard. Corey's not going to let him go, though. This is going to be good. A couple of teammates and a couple of very good friends are going to go at it.
Jamie's in 3rd.
Jamie is in 3rd on the outside of Dustin. Look at the boat ride for JMK. He's flying it. He's really moving, John. He's got a good boat ride.
Yes.
Down to the bottom end of the race course, JMK has opened up water on teammate Corey Peabody. This would be a big win for Strong Racing and a big one for JMK. Yes. This would boost his confidence, but he's got to look in that right side mirror because he's got his buddy Corey Peabody right there in the Beacon Plumbing. We are halfway through our 2nd heat, H1 Unlimited Heat 2, sponsored by Rivertown Bar and Grill. It's almost a full rooster tail now for Kelly up the backstretch, and then it's a long way back to our 3rd place boat, which is Jamie Nielsen, and another rooster tail back to Dustin Eccles, who remains on the inside of Nielsen. We'll keep an eye on that one. But the race is at the top end. He's opened up a little bit water. JMK has.
He's got a rooster tail now. He can do whatever he wants.
He can go wherever he wants. He's got control of the race course.
Is Corey
all right,
inside?
Here they come down. Now should get a white flag. Yeah. White flag for a clean start and a start of the final lap. It's going to be a white flag for Kelly with 1 to go. Corey on the outside. Kelly really looking strong here in our H1 Unlimited Heat 2, presented by Rivertown Bar and Grill. Bottom end of the course. JMK's just got to get through it clean. He's got about 3/4 of a lap to complete, and he'll come home with the 1st place on the water in our H1 Unlimited Heat 2. Corey does not want to let him go, but he's not chipping into the lead of his teammate JMK, John.
No, he's keeping it ahead. Full rooster tail now.
But exactly what you said, he can really control the race course once he gets a lead like that. Top end of the race course now underneath the Milton Madison Bridge. It is all J. Michael Kelly. over teammate Corey Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing. It's the Beacon Electric out front, then back to Miss Mercury's Coffee. Jamie Nielsen is in third. Fourth place will go to Bucket List Racing. Already off the top end of the race course. Here comes J. Michael Kelly. He sees the checkered flag. It hangs on the start-finish line tower. It is going to go to boat number 1, Beacon Electric. J. Michael Kelly, your winner of H1 Unlimited Heat 2. Second place going to go to teammate Corey Peabody, driving the Beacon Plumbing, the U9.
1-2 for the strong team.
1-2 again for the strong team, just a different order this time through. And here comes Jamie Nielsen, a good start to the racing weekend. This is their first heat and a solid third place finish for Jamie Nielsen in the Mercury's Coffee.
Yes. Dustin
Fourth
Eccles
place
coming fourth.
is going to go to Dustin Eccles in Bucket List Racing. And he comes across in fourth place. I think we're going to see a big smile on the face of JMK. That's got to give him some confidence. He was able to grab the inside lane and hold everybody off, and actually he extended the lead with every lap. He was moving out.
The big difference this time is JMK got a better start than Corey.
I don't know if you can get a better start than he
exactly,
had. I'd like to see that one because he was right there.
And Corey just laid back a bit, and that made the big difference. JMK got in the first corner first, and he led the race after that.
And that's really it. A big chunk of this thing is get to that first turn first with a bunch of clean water and speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he did. J. Michael Kelly. He gave a starting lesson to all of them on that one. I wasn't sure. I was glad to hear a clean start. That was close.
That was 2 perfect starts, and he had a really good start the first heat also.
Yeah.
But I think Corey had more speed on him on the first race.
Yeah, Mike brought a lot of speed to the line that time.
Yeah.
Crew members bending over so Mike can see him on the dock there, giving him thumbs up as that beautiful U1 Beacon Electric comes back to the dock. Here comes Corey. Got the lid open. I shudder to think how warm it gets inside there.
It gets very warm.
But you can't be.
And you work hard.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't last long, but you work so hard, so you get really hot in there.
Okay. So our boats are coming back to the dock. First place has returned. So has second place. Here comes Jamie Nielsen, our third place finisher. The Mercury's Coffee, you will see him come into view maybe momentarily. We got the camera right there on J. Michael Kelly at the dock. He has not yet come out of the cockpit of the U1. I think on the screen here, if we keep the shot right there, yeah, you're going to see Jamie Nielsen come right by in the background in the Mercury's Coffee as what I'm going to expect is going to be a pretty happy J. Michael Kelly. I think he'd take that start in the final.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah,
conversation with Mr.
Gets
Campbell.
a conversation there with the crew chief.
Yeah.
And of course, Angela is right there with the requisite bottle of water. And we will keep an eye down on the dock. And Erica, I know can hear us, and she will jump in as soon as she grabs J. Michael Kelly. Our fourth boat, the U40 Bucket List Racing and Dustin Eccles, has returned. So 4 went out, 4 came back, another good heat of racing, and that start was dynamite.
Yes, absolutely. I had a couple of teams called the driver's rep there, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know. There's been a couple of teams. I don't know if that was that little issue here at the start. And I don't mean the start of the heat. I mean pulling out on the race course.
Exactly.
So I think Erica is going to have JMK here in just a moment. Let's throw it to Erica Allreed with J. Michael Kelly. Erica, take it away.
Thanks so much, Brad. A similar story told here in Heat 2, but this time with the U1 out front. Mike, what a race here again, from the race before the race to the checkers. What was the difference maker for you in this one as you found your way to the front?
Just a good start again. You know, it helps when you're leading the pack up to, at the start. So gave myself a little bit of cushion, was able to run a little harder on that inside lane in there. I kind of gave myself a little bit of a buffer during the milling period, so I didn't have to really run in lane 1, so that helped. I tell you what, it was super rough out there. Got a pounding headache, my arm hurts, so I got to suck it up. But man, I can't say enough about the Beacon Electric guys, Beacon Plumbing guys, Daryl and Vanessa, thank you, Campbell Brothers, and of course all these guys. There's a lot of guys here working on these things, hurting themselves. Had one go to the hospital the other day, so just thanks to them, and thanks for continuing to work hard and make these things run better and better each time we go out.
And you told me earlier that the boat is down on power, but have you found it? Because it seemed like you did in that one.
I think it's getting there. I still think it's down on power, but that's why we're fighting as hard as we are for an inside lane. So the guys will keep working. They'll find some more speed in these things, and it doesn't end here. It'll keep on going. So just really happy with the overall performance of my race boat. Corey's starting to pick up this weekend too, so the hard work's paying off.
It is indeed, and that was on full display in that one. So congratulations. We look forward to seeing you back out there tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. Hope everybody's enjoying, and there's a lot of great racing ahead of us.
Absolutely. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Erica Ulrey, Jean Theoret. I saw you watching that interview there. We saw the smile on JMK's face, and I wanted to bring up something to you that he mentioned there, and the process never stops. The idea is to have the boat get better every single time you run. You're looking for that perfect race boat about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, the thing that's so different, you never know the water conditions, what it's going to be like tomorrow. So you're trying to set up for today, but tomorrow can be different, Water can be nicer, it can be rougher, but of course, they're trying to fine-tune it all the time.
So we had 2 heats of H1 Unlimited racing. Every one of our boats, at least I think, and this has got to be a big thing for race teams, that when you get to Saturday night, if you can head to the hotel and out to dinner with the team and your boat is totally intact.
Nothing broken.
Yeah, nothing's broken. Nobody has to stay up all night and thrash. That's got to be a good feeling.
It's very good. It's very good.
And I think that's what we've got. All of our boats started. All of our boats came back. They came back under their own power. You've got 2 of them there on the sling. And we saw some good racing. There were some people, me included, that expected a kind of a rebound weekend here for Strong Racing after not their best showing in Guntersville. Yes, it's only day 1, but the 2 Strong boats look pretty good.
Well, they worked all week, because they were very unhappy after Guntersville, and especially Corey. And I think Corey has really bounced back now. And his confidence will come back, and I'm sure they're smiling. All of them are smiling tonight.
What I want to see tomorrow morning, we only saw 1 heat today out of the 91, the Goodman Real Estate and Andrew Tate. We know that boat is a rocket, but they showed up with a 3rd place finish in their first heat. So, they'll be talking over dinner tonight about what they're going to do. Mike Hansen's not the guy to just stand pat.
Yeah, Mike Hansen is going to work on that thing tonight and make sure everything's a top 1 notch for tomorrow. And, I'm sure that Andrew is going to be fighting for lanes tomorrow and trying to get some 400 points out there.
So we just got it in our ear that everything was clean on the water.
Yes.
Everything was clean on the water, so that's a good thing. Now we just have to wait for the boats to go through tech inspection, and we'll have that type of information as soon as we get it, and we'll pass it along on the H1 Unlimited live stream. But Jean Theoret, this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you coming up here.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, we're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to do it 4 times. We're going to do 3 prelims and a final.
Sounds great.
It gets pretty crowded up here, and we get the governor and all his people up here, and but you and I got a pretty choice spot.
Yeah, we got a privileged spot.
Yes, we do. Jean Theoret, thank you very much. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Anytime, my friend, anytime. Jean Theoret, he's going to head down to Scott and Shannon Rainey's in the U11, the Miss Mercury Coffee's team with whom he visits. What a privilege and a pleasure to have that gentleman on the pipes with me. He's a fun guy. I've known him for a long time, and he's the consummate gentleman and certainly a champion, and not only a champion on the H1 Unlimited side, but we could talk for days about his Grand Prix resume. Somebody was telling me last night that if you walk through the crowd in Valleyfield, Quebec, where they have the Valleyfield Regatta, he is a legend, and he literally can't go 10, 15 steps without being stopped by people. He is Jean Theoret. So good racing. I like the new format. It's so far it seems to work. We got pretty close on that score-up start. I wasn't sure if maybe somebody was going to jump and have to be told to move to the outside. They did not. And that start for that particular heat was mighty close, mighty close. But it all came through clean on the water, so now it's just a matter of tech inspection. I'm going to do my best to stay here with it until we get at least the tech inspection report on JMK's ride. But the heat was clean on the water. That's the first step. So our boats are returning to the trailers. I see the U11. Mercury's Coffee is just about back on their trailer. But either way, it is a very, very good day for strong racing. Both the U1 and the U9 showed very strong today. Each of them scored 700 points today, at least on the water. Each boat taking a first and a second, and each boat taking a first and a second to each other. So they swapped spots. They started in the same lanes in the first heat as they did in the second heat. But you heard Jean Theoret say, but the big difference was the boat speed and the start that JMK had in that second heat. He was right on the button. We talked earlier about one of the aspects that H1 Unlimited wanted to affect with this new start procedure was getting the boats bunched up at the start. I'm not sure you're going to see a better four-boat start than we just had that time. They were all together. They were all wide open, and it was a great shot when they came across start-finish. So close, we kind of held our breath, but it turned out they were all legal. Still monitoring the H1 side of things. I would expect we might get some feedback starting here very shortly. I'm going to see if we have a schedule. So we just heard again in our ears that the driver's representative has been called. We don't know what that's about. If I was a betting man, and I'm not sure that I am a betting man, I would think the topic of discussion might be how the boats exited the pit area at the start. That got a little dicey, it got a little tight, and a couple of boats got a long drink of water. So we'll see how that plays out. That's nothing official, that's only supposition on my part. There's a reason I am an announcer and not a referee because I don't make those kind of calls. The guys standing to my left do, and there's three of them. And I understand right now that our Erica Allreed has caught up with Corey Peabody, our second place finisher on the water. Corey, you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks so much, Brad. Yes, here with our second place finisher, Corey Peabody. Corey, 1-2 finishes on the day. A great effort considering where we were a week ago. So are you happy with what you got out of yourself in the boat here today?
Yeah, I'm plenty happy. The team did a great job, and there's beacon on both boats, so it's a win no matter what. We went 1-2, first and second heat today, so I couldn't be happier. I'm happy for Beacon Plumbing, happy for Beacon Electric, Clifty Engineering, all our team. So it's a great time, and it's going to be nice to get our feet down and watch the fireworks tonight.
Absolutely. And any change in the game plan going into tomorrow? Is there anything that you're looking for more in the boat, or maybe you as a driver, or same game plan given some success today?
Well, we'll see what we get out of the tech truck with this and, see where we're at there. So I can't really answer that right now, but happy to get 1-2, and hopefully we can do it all again tomorrow.
Look forward to seeing you back out there. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you very much, Erica. Nice interview there with Corey Peabody. And Corey's very happy, but like Jeff Ayler, Jordan Baird, just to my right, we're all waiting for tech inspection and waiting for something to come through there from H1. I'm getting a shake of the head in the wrong direction from Tana Morissette. Tana says it in such a way that she says it like it's her fault. No, she only, I know, we're all looking at Tana like, come on, get us the answer. She's waiting just like we are. She will pass it along the moment she has it. But a good day here at the 2024 Madison Regatta, the race for the Indiana Governor's Cup. We had good racing on the Pro Light side. We had a very good final heat on the Pro Light side. Our Grand Prix boats put on a very, very good show. They were loud and proud, and they'll be ready to go again tomorrow. And our H1 Unlimited hydroplanes did not disappoint. I thought the show was very, very good. Madison, Indiana, you've now had an opportunity to see our new start procedure, and it worked today. I think it did what it was intended to do, which was bunch the boats up at the start, not have to worry about an 80-mile-per-hour rule, and keep the racing on the water, and that's where we wanted it. That's where we got it. We'll see what comes of the discussion with the driver's rep. But for right now, everything looked pretty good from here. We'll just find out what the tech inspection looks like. The first day of racing, the second day of the Madison Regatta is in the books. I do not have a schedule in front of me for tomorrow. We will talk about that schedule as soon as I get it shoved to me. And Tana may not know who's cleared the tech inspection, but I think she's got a schedule. It's got changes to it, and she's not sure it's right, but it might be close. Let's take a look at it anyway. Let's see what we've got. So tomorrow it appears, now this is definitely subject to change because, as you know, at unlimited hydroplane races or even Grand Prix races, the schedule you get handed is outdated before it spits out the end of the printer. These things change a lot, but right now it is looking like we have an open testing session tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And again, these times, for those of you listening on our H1 Unlimited YouTube channel, these are Eastern Daylight Time. So at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, the course will open for testing for an hour. Then at 9:45, we're going to have opening ceremonies. Those will take place here at the start-finish line right behind the overlook. And then we go pro light racing with their Heat 1 for Sunday. That comes up at 10 o'clock. And then H1 Unlimited. Heat 3 is set to go at 10:30. Then we go Grand Prix 3A, Grand Prix 3B, then H1 Unlimited Heat 4, and then we take a break, and then it's Grand Prix, Pro Light, Unlimited Light, and we build toward a final. So right now the schedule I have begins at 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time with open testing followed by opening ceremonies at 9:45. All subject to change, but I'm thinking with the opening ceremonies there, that may not move because we'll have a number of dignitaries that will be here. And it's always a fun time here at the Madison Regatta during opening ceremony. So if you're here on site, and I know there's a lot of people that are watching the live stream that are on site because I ran into a lot of them when we broke away for lunch. If you want to come down here, we'd love to have you for the pageantry that is the 2024 Madison Regatta. I'm going to step away from the microphone. I'm going to go over and see if I can't squeeze this information out, but I'm not going to be able to affect that. But I'll come back. I will come back the moment I know if any or all of our boats have cleared tech inspection. Brad Luce for Erica Allreed on the 2024 H1 Unlimited's coverage of the 2024 Madison Regatta and the Indiana Governor's Cup. Stand by. I'll be right back. Brad Luce again here on start-finish line. We have just been advised by H1 Unlimited. Tana Morissette gave us the word that the U9, the Beacon Plumbing, Corey Peabody's ride, has cleared tech inspection. Do not know yet about the U1, J. Michael Kelly's ride. As I said, typically they will do them in order, but somehow we got Corey Peabody's number up here first. So the U9 and Corey Peabody, the Beacon Plumbing, has cleared tech inspection. I'll step away. As soon as I get another boat, I will advise everyone. Stand by.